Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Don't forget to follow me on my other YouTube channel, The Modern Investor, where I go over daily cryptocurrency news. And without any further ado, a common question that continues to pop up and has been popping up, I almost said for centuries. It's been quite a while, but we're in kind of the same loop, and I'm going to explain everything to you, I promise. Is it too late to buy Bitcoin? Is it too late to buy Ethereum? Have you missed the train? Is it too late to buy XRP and Cardano and a number of other cryptocurrencies? I am going to be as honest as possible with you. The short answer is yes. The long answer is no, yes. I've been in the cryptocurrency space for the better half, on the near end of a decade at this point. I've seen the market cycles, I've seen the movements, I've seen the ups, and I've seen all of the downs. One thing is incredibly common. Before I got into the cryptocurrency space, I did, and I implore you, as always, to do as much research as possible, whatever that might mean to you. Learn about the space, learn about where you're putting your money. It's your hard-earned money. You worked for it. Figure out where you're putting it, learn more about it. So I did the same. Before I got into crypto, I really tried to see where the market was, where it could potentially go, where it had come from before, and what people were saying about its future. It's not very cut and dry, especially back then. Bitcoin had only been around for around 4, 5, maybe 6 or so years. I was very timid because I was like, I don't want to get into this market, have no idea what to do, put my money into it, and then all of a sudden prices start going down. I began to see back then a number of articles discussing if it was too late to get into Bitcoin simply because of its price. Now understand, this is an old-timey thing at this point. There were a number of articles that were writing, compiling, talking about, saying Bitcoin was originally 1 cent per Bitcoin. Then it went to 10 cents, then it went to $1. Then it went to around $15, and I think it went to $100, I think, during its first bull run. And that was like a big, like, whoa. There are a lot of old articles, a lot of old Reddit posts, you can find them, of people discussing online. Is it too late? Do I still have time to get in? Bitcoin seems a little bit overpriced at $13. I don't know if I should buy or actually wait. I started seeing more and more of these, and I realized the common trend was every time that Bitcoin went up, people began to ask, is it too late? Is this the final move that we're going to have? Bitcoin goes from 100 back down to, I think, $8 or something like that, which is insane to think about. I wish I had a time machine. And then eventually it goes up to $1,200, and this is when kind of everyone began to that was like my first time. I was like, what is this thing? You think of getting into it, then I'm like, $1,200 for like numbers on a screen seems like a little bit weird. You see the price beginning to go down, and I was like, okay, the market has kind of cooled off a little bit. Let me see exactly what this is about. Back then, there were very few price predictions for Bitcoin, not even the other coins yet, for Bitcoin. The idea was, if you decide to peruse and find old articles, the idea was at $1,000 per coin, Bitcoin was excessively overvalued. There was no way that it could maintain that number. There weren't enough people, there wasn't enough interest, and Bitcoin's price therefore had gone down, so everyone had kind of more or less missed the train. I know this sounds completely insane now because we see where Bitcoin is and how it's easily able to sustain over $1,000. If Bitcoin fell down to 15,000, it would rise quite quickly because people would see where it was before and where it is then, and therefore would never let it even get remotely close to $1,000. A couple of things have happened over the course of multiple years. This is the yes, and this is the no, yes. Over the last decade and a half, something miraculous or normaculous has happened. Rich people have a tendency to kind of want everything for themselves. I don't know how many rich people you've seen on TV or in interviews or on documentaries. They have a really, really specific thing where they buy something that makes them money and then they go, oh snaps, I should buy more. So they buy more of it. Over the course of the last decade alone, the amount of Bitcoin that has washed over, shifted hands from early crypto investors into these like very rich pockets has dramatically increased. If this is your first video, hello. If it's not, you know we've had this conversation before. Rich people have been buying and are currently buying and will probably never stop buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, you name it. Is it too late to buy these coins? From an early investor perspective, yes. The vast majority of these coins are now held nearly exclusively by very wealthy people. For those of you who were not here about a month ago, we have two analytics companies. One is called Sentiment, one is called Chain Analysis, and into the point is they both release constant on-chain information about the amount of people who are in the market, who's buying, who's selling, who's buying, this kind of loop. And we recently heard that more than 91% of all Bitcoin, I have to keep reiterating this because I want people to understand these numbers. I say numbers a lot of times and I look at the comment section and people go, you said that already. And it's like, well, I said it because you're not understanding. I'm trying to give you the basics of what's happening and why there's going to be no Bitcoin left for you or your friends or your family in the future. And I want you to understand why. I want you to really have the context. So you can say a couple years, 5, 10 years in the future, you can go, oh, there's no Bitcoin left. 91% of all Bitcoin is now held by the richest wallets and the richest people on the planet. The no comes in from they've been buying all of it. Like, you're basically too late to be one of the earliest adopters at 1 cent or $1 or $10 or $150. And it's because these people, as the market goes up and then goes back down, people sell. And it's been namely normal people who got into the market who sold, while rich people like the Novogratses and the Michael Saylors and the Kathy people who have been buying up all the Bitcoin every time it gets sold. So we're seeing this constant loop. Normal people get into the market, they sell their coins, rich people buy it. Normal people get into the market, they get their coins, they sell their coins, rich people buy it. And it's been a loop over and over and over. The comma for the no and the yes comes from the fact that current price projections for Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, throw whatever coin you want in there, but I tend to stick to like the top coins, are quite fantastic in that you may see Bitcoin on the screen at $40,000, $50,000, $62,000 on any given day. These coins are being accumulated en masse by the wealthiest people on the planet because the expectations are that we currently, as far as we know, have roughly around 100 million or so people into the cryptocurrency space. If you remember in the summertime, we had wallet news, yay! Wallet news is basically like the amount of new people creating wallets on the Bitcoin network. So on any given day, we tend to have 50,000 new wallets. That's roughly 50,000 new people entering the Bitcoin space. 75,000 new wallets. We had one day with, I think, 330,000 new wallets. These are new people who are entering the market. If we continue on this trend as we have over the course of the last 15 years, the idea is that eventually we will hit 300 million people, and then 500 million people, and then eventually 1 billion people. Current projections are literally anywhere from the next 5 years to the next 10 years. See how the numbers are all working out together? The idea is basically as Bitcoin continues rising in price after every halving and every little bull run, bull market, what have you, more people push into the market aware that though Bitcoin is not $1 or $10 or $100, it's at 60,000 and they didn't get into it. Bitcoin goes to 200,000 and they go, I need to get into it before it goes to $500,000. The price projections for Bitcoin and the other coins, once again, are quite high. So you've kind of missed the early boat, but there's another one coming in like an hour. So if you just kind of wait by the water, the other boat will come and it can also pick you up as well. I don't know why I said that. Maybe I'm like imagining something. The entire point basically is we are probably, I don't know, I'm not a wizard or a genie. I can't tell you specifically, but if this trend continues and more people continue to get into Bitcoin and into the cryptocurrency market, we are probably at some point going to see a $500,000 Bitcoin, a $1 million Bitcoin, a $1.7 million Bitcoin. So you are not late and you still have time. I would desperately tell you it behooves you to research as much as you possibly can about this market. It is not for everyone. It is incredibly volatile. At times, it may even cause depression. That's not a joke. You need to learn as much about it as possible. Find out how many people use Bitcoin, how much money flows through Bitcoin. Just look up general metrics. I was going to tell you how many crypto exchanges. It's all of them. Bitcoin is the #1 coin within the market. Do the same for XRP. Do the same for Ethereum. We are expecting this bull run to be quite significant price-wise, and every other bull run after tends to have the exact same effect. Prices continue to go higher and higher, at least from the history that we have seen thus far. You are not too late for the future, but yes, you are too late for all the stuff that happened over the last 15 years. However, count yourself lucky, because there will be people on the planet who do not get into Bitcoin, who don't get into crypto, who don't get into Ethereum until the year 2035, 2038, 2046. And they will have far less than you are currently able to accumulate right now. The cryptocurrency market has a long way to grow. And if you are here along for the ride, get ready for one of the craziest experiences you have ever had on this planet. That's not a joke. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever the heck you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.